Luke Fredrickson with Midway Village joins us. This morning we're learning more about Rockford during the Civil War. Thanks for being here, Luke.
Thanks for having me as always.
And this is one of your favorite stories to tell.
Yes, it is. It's a very fun story because it intertwines Rockford history and national history in a very neat way. A Civil War hero, the first Civil War hero is from Rockford. His name is Elmer Ellsworth. And he moved from New York to Rockford in 1854 at the age of 17, as many young men did at that time, to begin his profession on the western frontier of our country. He became a patent clerk in a patent office here in Rockford. And he was also a military drill master. He was very infatuated with French colonial troops in Algeria called the Zouaves, and he adopted their infantry and drill techniques and trained the local militia in Rockford called the Rockford Greys. He did this through the 1850s, and he fell in love with Carrie Spafford, the daughter of one of Rockford's richest business leaders. And her father said, well, if you really want to marry my daughter, you're going to have to get a better job than a patent clerk and a local drill master. So he decided to become a lawyer. Elmer Ellsworth studied law in Chicago, and then he moved to Springfield in 1860 and studied in the law office of Abraham Lincoln, where he became very good friends with Abraham Lincoln. And at that time, Lincoln was running his presidential campaign, and Ellsworth helped with that. And Lincoln called him, I believe, the greatest little man I ever met. He was only 5'6", and Lincoln was 6'4", and so, but they became close friends. And then when Lincoln won the election and moved to D.C., and Fort Sumter was attacked and the Civil War began, Lincoln called for 75,000 volunteer troops to help protect D.C. because, of course, right across the Potomac there is Virginia. Right. And so Elmer Ellsworth raised a group of New York volunteers and started the 11th New York Volunteer Infantry Regiment, and was in D.C. When the Civil War began. And then on the day that Virginia passed their secession articles and became participants in the Civil War, seceding from the Union, from the White House, you could see a Confederate flag flying over the Marshall House Inn in Alexandria, Virginia. And Ellsworth raised his platoon, and they crossed the river to take down this flag at the Marshall House Inn. And as he was descending from the stairs after grabbing the flag, the owner of the, James Jackson, the owner of the hotel, sprung out from a closet and shot him right in the heart with a shotgun and killed him. So he was the first Union casualty of the Civil War, Elmer Ellsworth. A private, Francis Brownell, in Ellsworth's unit, killed James Jackson and then got him with the bayonet. And then so Ellsworth became a rallying cry, a first hero of the Civil War. And Remember Ellsworth became a battle cry for the Civil War Union troops. Well,
there we go. It seems like he had a very fulfilling life before
he
passed
did.
away.
Yes, he did.
Well, Luke, thank you so much for sharing with us. Those are awesome pictures of him, too.
Yeah, they sure are.
We will be right back with more weather and your top stories. Stay tuned.